Hello, I'm Nick Gates, and this is a film about kites. This is my dad. This is my dad on a motorcycle. This is my dad flying a kite. This is my dad flying another kite. My dad loves kites. Recently, my mom and dad have gotten a divorce, and my dad has moved into a new house in Tacoma where he lives with his cat, Lightning.
I'm Jim Gates. I live in Tacoma, Washington. This is my cat, Lightning. He's a pretty good guy. Give me 5. I work at Boeing. I'm a sheet metal mechanic. I've worked there for nearly 40 years now. Always been interested in things that fly, and you may have noticed some kites. These are some of my kites, some of my own making, some purchased kites, some made by friends.
My dad introduced me to kites when I was young, and I've always liked kites. It had gotten to the point where I hadn't seen my dad in 3 months, and I found out that he was spending the week at Seaside, Oregon for one of the biggest kite conventions in the U.S. So I decided that I would go down there and spend the weekend with him. So I got up at 5 a.m. and took a trip down there. The first thing we did was we went to the beach to see all the cool kites up in the air, and we arrived there and there wasn't any kites. Just a bunch of sand, a bunch of rain, wind, and beach people. There was a few seagulls. They weren't feeling it either. So at this point, I was still wondering, where are all the kite people? And it turns out that there's a little something called indoor kite flying. It doesn't involve fans, like you probably think. It's something that people really dedicated to kites do, and it's a lot like kite dancing. You're interacting with the kite, which is really actually kind of beautiful if you get it right.
I get my inspiration from nature and birds, mostly flying things.
My dad's interest in kites has grown so far that he has even started designing and building his own kites. This includes indoor kites.
At the time, I knew people from work. I didn't really socialize that much. I was finding these kite people were all I really clicked with and had the common interest in that, and they all seemed great.
Kites has allowed my dad the opportunity to interact with a whole community of people with interests very similar to his own. My dad and I are in a transition as a family, and everything has changed in a big way.
I'm glad that my son Nick still held his interest in kites enough to where we can get out and fly once in a while. And, since he's been off to school, that I don't see him that often anymore, and it's something we can do together, and that's something we both enjoy.
My dad is learning how to live on his own again, and I'm off to college, at least for another 2 years. And so living apart has been kind of difficult, and it's been different for me, having to go through a lot of changes all at once. But one thing that hasn't changed is that kites continue to bring my dad and I together.